aka TT Tech. Welcome to TT Tech Time. I'm guessing that most everyone has shot a rubber band across the room. But have you ever wondered what type of rubber band is the best for shooting? After all, there are many types of rubber bands. There are red ones, green ones, blue ones, yellow ones, beige ones, fat ones, skinny ones, long ones, and really short ones. But do color, length, and thickness really make a difference? Well, seems to me this is a perfect question for a scientific experiment. First, we have to define the meaning of best when it comes to rubber band performance. Well, I suppose we can look at what rubber bands give you the most distance and the ones that are the most accurate. For both types of tests, I collected a bunch of different rubber bands and sorted them by color and size. I made sure to collect several copies of each kind of rubber band. This way I could do many tests on each type. Then, to make sure each rubber band was shot exactly the same way, I set up this rig. This rubber band launcher ensures that each rubber band is stretched exactly the same way and at the exact angle so that it shoots the same every single time. These clamps ensure that it stays steady so it doesn't move around. The string ensures that the trigger is always pulled the same way each time. To test accuracy, I shot rubber bands at this target and used a high-speed camera to record exactly where the rubber band landed. After shooting a bunch of rubber bands, I figured the average distance they hit from the bullseye. The bands with the lowest average were the best. To test for distance, I shot rubber bands at a field on the floor I made with masking tape and a tape measure. Again, I shot a bunch of samples from each type of rubber band and averaged the distance they traveled. So what did I find out? As you can see from this chart, I found out that the medium-sized rubber bands flew the furthest, regardless of the color. The exception is the beige rubber bands, where the large rubber bands slightly outperform the mediums. The medium-sized rubber bands also did pretty well in the accuracy test, although the small rubber bands also did well. And again, for beige rubber bands, the large size was the most accurate. Well, what makes the best rubber band so good? Well, I have a theory. I went back and tested each type of rubber band for strength by pulling them on a luggage scale, then recorded how much weight each type could hold before breaking. It turns out that the larger the rubber band, the more weight it can hold before it breaks, and the longer you can stretch it. We also know that the larger the rubber band is, the heavier it is. So my theory is that the best performing rubber bands are that way because they are the perfect balance between stretchiness and weight, given the particular size of the launcher. In the future, I'll retry my experiments with different size launchers to see if my theory is correct. So there you have it. Now try out my rig for yourself and see if you agree with my findings. For now, this is TT Tech saying, be safe and be awesome.